Asociácia jazykových škôl organizuje už tretí ročník konferencie ELT Fórum pre angličtinárov, lebo si myslíme, že vzdelávanie učiteľov je jedno z najdôležitejších a pokiaľ hovoríme o cudzích jazykoch v 21. storočí, tak angličtina hrá pri nich.
The reasoning behind ELT Forum was actually from the Association of Language Schools of the Slovak Republic and the publishers, who decided several years ago that it was necessary to have a conference that teachers could come to for professional development.
Na tretí ročník konferencie ELT Forum prišlo viac ako 400 účastníkov z rôznych škôl, či už základných, stredných, z vysokého školstva, ale aj ľudia z ministerstva, zo štátneho pedagogického ústavu a z NUCEMu.
This year we sent out a call for proposals for speakers, and we had over 50 proposals from around the world. And those that were chosen, they are truly from around the world. We have from Moscow, from the Czech Republic. We have from Austria, Germany, the UK, France, India by way of London. And these were chosen because they are experts in their field. And they're not only academic experts in their field, they are experts in the classroom. They are English teachers. In particular, we have Penny who we're very excited to have from Israel, then Ken Wilson, who as well from London, and Chuck Sandy, all the way from Japan. So we truly tried to make it an international conference of experts.
I strongly believe that teachers have the ability to change the world. Really one classroom, one school, one community at a time. An event like this has the ability to send teachers back to their school, re-energized, so that they can become the true change makers that they are.
After you've learned as much as you can from your own experience, the next best thing is to find out from other teachers and from professionals and from experts. So you go to conferences and you hear talks by people who've written books or people who've studied or done research, and you learn new facts and new evidence and new ideas from them.
We want to have our students value what we're doing for them. We need to work on our own development professionally. The world today changes very fast, and we have to follow all the changes that happen concerning English language, technology, and it's very difficult if you are not really involved in the professional development. And going to conferences is actually the best way to improve your skills, to learn from other people, to network, to hear about different ways of applying knowledge in classroom in order to have our students benefit the most.
This is a unique opportunity for teachers to get together in one place and to share not only their knowledge and experience, but their passion for their work. And this is actually where you can get this kind of emotional boost for your further development and for your to bring it back to your classroom and to radiate it and to share this encouragement and enthusiasm with your students.
Teachers are sociable people, and meeting just students and parents is not enough for them. And even their colleagues in a staff room is not enough for them. And socializing among other English language teachers, it's very encouraging, it's very motivating, and it fosters this kind of sense of belonging, sense of community.
I believe these kind of conferences are very important for teachers in the ELT world, because by means of them they are achieving continuing professional development. They are not the only form of CPD available to teachers, but they are highly important because they act as a means of networking with other teachers from the country itself. For example, here we have many teachers from Bratislava meeting one another, irrespective of the different contexts in which they might teach. But there are also opportunities by means of which you can actually meet your international colleagues.
Teachers in their busy life have a tendency, which is of course logical, but they have a tendency to go in circles because they run from one day to another, and they really need to take some time off and just think about their career, what they do in the class, to reflect on their work.
Coming to a conference like this is a great motivator to see that other teachers around the country and around the world are facing similar situations, and to share ideas, to become encouraged, re-motivated, re-energized.
The conferences which are organized by teachers are looking for the things which interest the teachers themselves, and they're not necessarily trying to provide any kind of top-down message, but they are eliciting from the teachers, activating the teachers, and really facilitating exchange of information and teacher growth.
Medzinárodná konferencia, ako je toto ELT Fórum, je dôležitá preto, aby poskytovala možnosť učiteľom na Slovensku stretnúť sa a komunikovať, a zároveň, aby mohli komunikovať so svojimi kolegami zo zahraničia.
Professional agencies are always important because if you belong to a professional organization, it's saying something about who you are and what you believe. And if you believe, and I believe it's important for teachers to think of themselves as professionals, to think of themselves in terms of growth, to think of themselves in terms of always improving what they can do. Even though a teacher as such isn't really necessarily moving up the ladder anywhere, they can improve their teaching, and they can improve their teaching through these kinds of conferences, through all sorts of other avenues, and associations are the key to get into that world.
Naša komora učiteľov angličtiny dáva práve študentom to zázemie, ktoré im poskytuje akúsi domovskú starostlivosť.
Táto konferencia sa odlišuje od ostatných tým, že ponúka veľké množstvo workshopov v rovnakom čase, čiže si môžete vybrať, ktorý workshop sa vám najviac páči.
The conference was very well organized. I really like the choice of presenters. It was very well chosen, very motivating, very inspirational.
They love teaching, they love the English language, and their passion for it is infectious.
Mňa osobne najviac zaujala prednáška o moderných vyučovacích metódach a rôznych aplikáciách, ktoré môžu pomôcť študentom zlepšiť sa v angličtine.
My whole session is about how teaching is really a process of releasing joy. We're not transmitting knowledge from ourselves to our students or to our colleagues. We are releasing them from fear, we're releasing them from their anxiety, releasing them from their limitations.
I hope they will take away inspiration for their own work, ideas, tips, and not only that, I think, and my major point would be, if they take away the belief in themselves, that they can do something differently, maybe something new, try out things, because sometimes things might look complicated and difficult and impossible for them to reach to do, and they might realize that they're not so difficult, and there are ways how to make things easier, simple, and still creative. So that would be my hope for my workshop.
Many of us are burnt out, and we need an infusion, like a blood infusion. And these conferences and this one, that's a goal, that we would feel the importance of being an English teacher here and the energy of that, and that we would know we are not alone. It doesn't matter where you teach, if you're in Bratislava, if you're in Košice, or if you're in Horné Dolné, it doesn't matter where you teach, you're not alone. There are hundreds of teachers around Slovakia just like you, thousands in fact. And that is a goal, that you would know that you're not alone, and that infusion of energy and enthusiasm would be there.